stars, the streets are saying that Diddy's relationship with TD Jakes was about either expanding or rebranding into a spiritual persona, right? We've seen a bunch of rappers become preachers. We know that a lot of figures in the rap world, including Russell Simmons, Run DMC, there are a lot of people whose parents were preachers, and that's kind of what allowed them to be privileged enough to be in a position to, go into the creative arts, go into music, go into creating their own business, right? There could have been infusions of capital from elsewhere, but there was something about the rebrand from Puffy, Diddy to Brother Love that was in that Harlem DNA, that, Adam Clayton Powell Sr. DNA, that Martin Luther King, Al Sharpton DNA, Reverend. Anyway, the Sun has the story, Diddy's downfall. Diddy's links to gang warfare set to be exposed in upcoming TUPAC trial after controversial year of essay accusations. Wow, right? We were just kind of digesting the payoff. But now Diddy has been accused of paying $1 million for the hit on Tupac by suspect Keffe D. Diddy will be dragged into a more global controversy about his past gang links in next year's Tupac Shakur unaliving trial, following a damaging year in which he was accused of multiple essays and Rs. The rapper will be dragged into claims of serious organized crime, running with ruthless LA gangsters, and also accused of wanting Suge Knight and Tupac Shakur unalived, according to court papers. The unraveling of his wild gangster rap days comes after a disastrous year for the rapper, whose reputation and career have been hit by claims of essay by a multitude of women, which he denies. There have been whispers about some of the accusers not being women. But that other shoe hasn't quite publicly dropped. Combs has settled a legal case with ex-girlfriend and R&B artist Cassandra Cassie Ventura, who accused him in November of R and Smegs trafficking, alleging he would substance her and coerce her into doing the do with male 304s in front of him for days while he filmed them and administered self-love in what he called freak-offs. Now, there are sources on another platform saying ain't no way in the world that a man can make a living as a 304 servicing only women. And that whatever Cassie's lawsuit was pared down to omitted, deleted, edited out names and other activities, that these gentlemen were hired perhaps in part for what is on paper, but that they were in the house, in his house, to do much more with many more people. I'll be kind and say people. Allegedly, the lawsuit was settled for an undisclosed amount, with Diddy's lawyers saying he, quote, vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations, unquote. After the settlement, a woman named Liza Gardner filed suit alleging she and a friend met Combs at a record company event, after which she was, quote, coerced into having relations with him. Then she said he returned to her house a few days later and attacked her again. How does this dude return to your house? How does he even know where you... Anyway, that's just me. Another lawsuit from Joy Dickerson Neal alleges the mogul substanced and essayed her in 1991 and later engaged in revenge popcorn. A fourth woman, filed under Jane Doe in New York, alleges that Combs and a second man took turns R-ing her and a friend in 1990 or 1991 when she was 17, and that Combs physically assaulted Doe again days later. How does the cat get to you again days later? Diddy's lawyer has denied these claims, and after the fourth accuser came forward, the rapper posted, quote, "enough is enough," unquote, in an Instagram post. He doesn't seem to be taking it too seriously. They say his daddy was in the streets for real, up in Harlem. You get my meaning. In the aftermath of the accusations, TV network Hulu dropped a reality show about his family life, according to a report in Rolling Stone. It is not known when the decision was made or why. I have a guess. The three-time Grammy winner also stepped down as the owner of Revolt TV back in November, a cable network that focuses on music and culture. Notice it doesn't say black music and culture. Earlier in the year, the U.S. Sun also revealed how Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, who was accused of the unaliving of Tupac in the 1996 fatal pew-pewing, accused Diddy, previously known as Puff or Puffy, Puff Daddy, right, of orchestrating and paying $1 million for the rapper's unaliving, both in his book and in YouTube interviews before his arrest. Diddy did not comment at the time, but has previously dismissed suggestions that he was involved in Tupac's unaliving as, quote, nonsense. Now the U.S. Sun can reveal even more allegations of Diddy's past links to gang warfare in the 1990s that have been made by the prosecution's key witnesses who are due to give evidence at the trial into Tupac's unaliving next June. The statements from Lee, a former Compton gang ally of the Bad Boy Records boss, were uncovered in his grand jury testimony transcript obtained by the U.S. Sun. East Coast War. In powerful claims heard by a 12-person jury behind closed doors, Lee alleged he heard Tupac state that he believed Diddy and his once close friend and rap star, Notorious B.I.G., may have been behind an attempt on his life when he was almost fatally pew-pewed in November 1994. Lee